Hey Connection Point, thanks for worshiping with us today. Whether you're joining us online or at one of our locations, we are so glad that you're here. As part of our vision, God has called us to raise the strongest generation spiritually, knowing that today's kids and students are tomorrow's Christ-centered leaders. You don't have to be around here very long to know that we go all in on our next generation ministries. 2 weeks ago, we had our annual One event, the largest event of the year for our students across all locations. The One event is an opportunity for students to experience the joy and laughter of following Jesus while also being challenged to take their next steps in their own personal journey of faith. This event also serves as a great tool for our students to invite their friends. This year was the largest student event in Connection Point history, with 595 students in attendance. I wish that each of you could have experienced this event with us. The kids had a journey through the decades with some incredible performances, followed by an amazing time of worship and a message that challenged and moved them to be all in for Jesus. One of the most beautiful things to watch was our students worshiping. Although they were having fun during the performances, they were locked in and engaged at an entirely different level during the time of worship and teaching. I would love to bottle up the hope I felt in that moment as I watched our students worship with such devotion and excitement. We can feel so overwhelmed with the darkness around us, but let me tell you, God is raising up a generation here at Connection Point that will outdo us in our faith and reclaim Central Indiana for Christ. The students had a moment at the end of service they could come forward with what next step God was leading them to. 39 students requested a Bible for the first time. 44 of them made a first-time commitment to follow Jesus, while 68 expressed interest in being baptized. 114 students committed to joining a small group, and 237 of them committed to being consistent in their weekly worship attendance. I loved seeing the students being challenged to take a bold next step, and so many of them publicly stepping forward in response. The students wrapped up the evening with a party where they were able to have fun together in some pretty incredible ways. As I saw our building and environments full of students loving being part of church, I was so thankful for the facility that we have here at Brownsburg and the way God is allowing us to utilize it to serve the next generation. Thank you for your generosity that fuels the ministries we are able to provide to our kids and students. We would invite you to be praying with us that God would use our kids and students to bring about spiritual revival, not only here in Central Indiana, but all across the nation. Now, let's prepare our hearts for the Word of God.